Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got done watching Bloodshot. Bloodshot is a 2020 film that was directed by David F. Wilson. It's apparently based on a comic book with the same name, but I don't know of it. I'm not really aware of it. I tried looking some stuff up. Okay, it's fine. It exists, I guess. This movie stars Vin Diesel as Ray Garrison. Ray Garrison, you see at the beginning, he was a soldier. This guy, he has a wife, and he has this life that he wants to try to salvage and keep together. But then something happens to him. I don't really remember how much was given away in the trailer, although I do remember the trailer giving maybe too much of this movie away. In any event, something happens to him to where he gets taken by this government group, and they reanimate his body, reprogram his body, and they use his body like a super soldier. He's programmed, and he's like an assassin, a Terminator type who's going around killing people who he believes was behind the death of his wife and whatnot. And then you come to find out that maybe these people at this facility aren't the most trustworthy people after all. Again, all of that's in the trailer. What I thought of this movie Bloodshot is I didn't hate the movie. I wasn't sitting there pissed, angry, and this won't be a rant where I rave and I'm livid beyond myself. I just kind of thought the movie was bleh. Bleh. Meh, nothing special, nothing to run home about, nothing to be like, oh wow, man, did you see that movie Bloodshot? Yeah, that film. It just feels like every time Vin Diesel does a movie that's not a Fast and Furious movie. And even the Fast and Furious movies, I would argue, are getting a little long in the tooth. They're getting to the point where I'm losing interest in this franchise, in that franchise. And then every time he tries to do a movie that's not connected to that, like what? The Riddick movies, which some of them are fine, but for the most part, who's talking about those? The Last Witch Hunter, I remember. Babylon AD was a real piece of crap. And now this, it's just he tries to create a spin-off franchise. Triple X, oh boy, that last one. It's just, you feel like Vin Diesel is trying to launch other properties, trying to give himself his own personal franchise, and it never really works. This film, his character, there's nothing really special about him. When you see him at the beginning, he's just a soldier. He looks and sounds like Vin Diesel does in every movie that you've ever seen Vin Diesel in. And then when you see him with his wife, this actress, I will say that she seemed more decent later on, but the early parts of the two of them being in love, I just didn't buy her. Either as an actress, or I didn't buy her chemistry with Vin Diesel. She just felt so generic in those moments, and so I didn't feel anything about them as a couple, or like her being his wife. I didn't feel anything. I didn't really care when what happens to her. And then the whole idea of Vin Diesel now being reanimated and reprogrammed, and you have Guy Pearce, who's the head of this project. He spent over $1 billion apparently on Vin Diesel, bringing him back and giving him the technology that he's giving him. Apparently every time Vin Diesel gets shot at or blown up, he just reanimates himself. I mean, it's cool looking shots like you see in the trailer of his skin coming back together, and these action scenes of like him getting shot at, him getting blown up, but he's not dying. Sure, those moments, maybe those scenes of themselves are okay, but as a character, he's unstoppable. He's even worse than Wolverine, where like Wolverine couldn't get killed or die. This guy has even less weaknesses than Wolverine did, and you never once feel danger for him or feel like he could die or is in trouble at any point. He doesn't react negatively to anything. He's just always the big tough guy who's going around and can't be stopped, can't be harmed. Guy Pearce, you know, I like him as an actor, but his character just felt really dumb. He spent all this money on this thing, and he can barely control Vin Diesel. Also, there's other people in the group who, like one guy in particular, who, like, I won't give the specifics of what he's doing with Vin Diesel away, but every time he's about to do something with Vin Diesel, he tells him every nefarious thing that they're doing, every bad thing that they really have planned and up to, and then because everything gets reset, he thinks it's okay. It's still a dumb thing. That character and many other characters revolving around this just felt very dumb, felt very unrealistic. Unrealistic. Look at this movie. I will say that I did, while watching it, think that this would be probably a pretty decent video game. This felt like a video game, maybe in all the bad ways though, because I wasn't playing the character, I wasn't doing the action scenes myself, mashing buttons, although I would have had more fun if I was sitting there pressing X or pressing triangle, whatever buttons I had to do. Just watching it, it felt, the CGI, the action moments. The very end is where it feels like they spent most of their money, because you have Vin Diesel fighting people going down elevator shafts. There was one shot where they're both falling and the camera's supposed to be following the two characters falling, and it felt like things that you've seen in superhero movies from like 2005. I remember in Spider-Man 3 in particular, the shots of Spider-Man and in Venom, or in Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man and Doc Ock falling down as they're punching each other, and like that was cool back then, but this movie thinks that's still cool now, and I feel like we're so far past all of it. A lot of this movie feels like we're so far past what they were trying to do, what they were trying to accomplish. It's a maybe a decent time waster, but this isn't anything special. This isn't anything that I would say, yeah, go run out and see this, folks, because you're missing a lot if you don't. I would give this a Netflix and chill.
Oh, yeah.
And that's me being so nice, because I could have been more angry. I could have nitpicked this apart like crazy. I could have ranted on it just because. But I guess I'm feeling nice today. Who knows? Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen Bloodshot, or if you want to see it. What do you think? Why do you want to see it? Do you like Vin Diesel? Do you like him in movies outside of Fast and Furious? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!